so keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, forget I asked.
That'll definitely do.
Ew. Join the Discord.
It was the least fun I've ever had playing this game.
A small but vibrant and extremely humble community.
No, I've seen the sleeves, but I'm like, you said you're suiting up and then you put your sleeve on. Thank you for saying that.
Because I'm a demon on the keys.
Next thing I know, we're both dead. I immediately left the lobby.
In Vietnam.
What are they playing for? Are they playing to win?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
We are live, dude. Welcome to the Dropshot, a Call of Duty broadcast podcast, episode number 182. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined, as usual, by warehouse manager Tanner Dropshot.
Got it.
How's it going, bud?
Pretty good.
So
How
you've
are
already
you?
broken some merchandise, is that correct?
I didn't break it. The United States Postal Service did.
Well, we'll be taking a look at the security cameras.
Got
And
it,
we
yeah.
we'll do an internal investigation and assess
it.
if those claims are true or not.
I would imagine if one of the mugs was completely, entirely, utterly shattered into pieces, even though it was wrapped in bubble wrap and there was more bubble wrap inside of the box, I would imagine someone at the United States Postal Service, fuck the United States Postal Service, threw that package that they weren't supposed to throw, right? That's what I would imagine.
That's
If one was
also what I would
completely
imagine.
shattered, yeah.
Yeah. And that is super unfortunate. But luckily, only one package has fucked up the items thus far. And I think we're officially out of merch debt, but we'll have more to say on that in a minute. So I'm going to do something we've never done before, okay? So quickly. If you're new here, this is your first time listening to this podcast, okay? Go into your app or the YouTube video, whatever, there are timestamps. And if you're like malding and confused about why we're talking about Patreon when you thought this was I just spit all over my mic. When you thought that this was a Call of Duty podcast, stay mad, and that's fine. Also, you can just skip to after the announcements or whatever, to whatever you want. We timestamp it for your convenience, okay? So if you're new, you don't want to do the announcements, you're dumb. You should listen to them. They're the best. Frankly, they're the best part of the podcast. But also, you can do that. You can skip them. So there you go, dude. And you've been warned. So if you don't want to skip now, and you're thinking, holy shit, how long can these announcements take? I warned you and I told you so. And don't skip them though also. You're going to have fun. It's going to be a good time going through these announcements. And announcements we have. I'm going to start by saying I think we have not ran the numbers yet, but I think we are almost out of merch debt. What do you think, Tanner? Do you think we're still in merch debt at this time?
Well, if the United States Postal Service keeps breaking and losing packages, then we'll never be out of merch debt.
That is, of course, true. Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah. So, anyway, today we've got a show. There was finally some weapon balance, sort of, and we'll get into it, of course. Boy, will we get into it. And then there's some fun and exciting more. We should just make that a whole segment. Activision just fucking up. That should be a segment. On every episode, really, because there's just always something to talk about. In fact, more often
Activision
than we
legal
get
drama.
patch notes, we get news that Activision has wronged people in some way, has committed
Allegedly.
some crime against humanity, allegedly. Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe that should be. Maybe we should change the title of the podcast, frankly. Anyways, before we get into it, there's a fair amount to talk about today. A couple of announcements indeed. Now, first of all, we got quite a few patrons. And to all of you, good job, big brain people here, okay? And there's going to be even more, dude. Especially again, and I'll say it again, Vanguard just came out. We've done a fair amount of Patreon episodes on that you guys have seemed to really like in the Discord. Join the fucking Discord, of course. And then also, when Warzone comes out, we're going to have even more really good content, episodes, whatever, over there. And there's still plenty more to talk about with respect to Vanguard. We've kind of internally roadmapped all of that. So there's still quite a few good episodes, even for Vanguard multiplayer in planned. And then we have quite a few for Warzone as well once we get that Switch integration, transition, whatever, baton pass. I don't know. Whatever sports metaphor you want to fucking use, you can use. Okay. So we got a lot planned, and Patreon is the best way to support the show. Patreon.com/thedropshot. We get bonus episodes. We do more shit later. All right. Welcome to, speaking of Patreon, our new gold patrons. Blake O. Okay. Shamalama. Change it, obviously. Not bad, though. If it wasn't all caps, I would like it. So just chill on the caps lock. John. Okay. Gareth W. Fake name. Casey Matthew with 1 T. Change it, obviously. Garrett W. Michael S. Justa Goose Gosling. Okay. Change it. Nick C. I'm going to read this whole thing because I don't think this is a real name. This isn't a real name. There's no way, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I won't read the whole name. I think this is a fake name, though. Darius A. Change it. If it's real, definitely change it. If it's real, change it even more with the state than just on Patreon.
Yeah,
Holy
legally
shit, that
change
name
that
is
for sure.
really awful. And you should be ashamed. Matt H. Ryder, change it. With a Y, definitely change it.
Ryder, dude. That gets white for sure.
And Fish, dude. Our new gold patrons from the week. Lot of smart people signing up, dude. Hop on board, boys and girls. Get on the wave. Be like Fish and Friends. Be like Nemo and Fish and Friends. And fucking patreon.com/thedropshot. 5 bonus eps a month. Weekly hangouts, gameplay breakdowns, all that shit. See the website and you'll figure it out. And thank you all of you who signed up at the gold tier. You could do better though, like M. Saudi did, upgrading to fucking platinum, dude. Getting that extra bonus ep in. Change it still. M. Saudi's been around a long time. We love him. We appreciate him. And maybe he's starting to show us some appreciation finally by upgrading his Patreon tier. And we'll take it. We'll take it. Could we do better, M. Saudi? Yeah, we could. We could, right? We could. But you don't have to. And I'm joking. Am I? Thank you very much, dude, for upgrading to platinum, dude. Much appreciated. Hope you enjoy that new bonus ep, extra, rather, and all that shit also. And that's great. But you could do better, like I said. Welcome to our new Damascus fucking patrons. Tyler D. Let's absolutely fucking go. Change it, by the way. Don't like it. Not sure that's a real last name. Isaac C. and Nolan Roy 89. That's a username you doxed yourself.
Yeah.
Joining the Damascus train, dude. Holy shit. Merch discounts. If you're Damascus, don't use them, but you get access to them. Gameplay breakdowns, all kinds of goodies. And there's going to be even more goodies at that tier once we do our overhaul, which we've talked about on the Patreon. So, and we'll talk about here at a time. So all of you guys, thank you very much for the upgrade to Damascus. Also, last but certainly not least, Jingles has signed up annual gold, saving himself 16% on a membership, dude, on some patronage. That's fiscally responsible. Getting an annual Damascus tier Patreon membership at patreon.com/thedropshot. That is fiscally responsible because you'll save 16% of your money. And Jingles, you're an example to us all. Thank you very much, dude. Very much appreciate the upgrade, brother. The annual fucking upgrade. Also, helping to pull us out of merch debt, Alex H, Cameron L, Mike Z, Mike W, Riley M, fake name, change how it's spelled, Alex M, again, fake name, this isn't a Call of Duty game, change it, Anthony M, Dreves, Jaron G, postal worker, state employee, Jaron, fuck Jaron.
Piece of shit, yeah.
Benjamin G, old dying bitch, Brandon B, and Brandon L, helping us crawl out of merch debt. Boys, We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for the orders at thedropshot.com. Merch store still up. Maybe or maybe not we're in merch debt. I don't know, but we need to sell out of all of our inventory. Okay, so go to the goddamn website. You find the Patreon there. You can find the shop there. You can find the YouTube there. You can find the Twitter there. Find it all, really. So figure it the fuck out. But we still have not that many coffee mugs. If you want a coffee mug, we're almost out. About 5 whiskey glasses. So if you want one of those, order now quickly. And then a couple shirts we're sold out of as well. But if you have I don't know, if you're a normal size, like a large or a medium, we probably still have your size. So
we have one XL shirt left. Wow. Only one left of that size. One left,
huh? Holy shit, man. That's not great. So, yeah.
Oh, we also just got an order from Caden.
Ooh, let's go.
Shout out to Caden.
Friend of the pod, dude. So thank you all for your orders. Very much appreciated. This merch order shit, reading these, we'll see how long it lasts, by the way. Just letting you know. Okay. And again, hey, if you're new, I warned you, you could skip these. The timestamps, at any time, you can go down and look at the fucking timestamps, okay? Stay mad, but thank you to everyone. Much appreciated. For Patreon, the bonus Q&A episode will be up Friday morning. By the time you hear this, it's already live, unless you're here live. And then also, we finally have recorded and uploaded our gameplay breakdown of friend of the pod, RevoSect member, young man extraordinaire, Raiden PC. He got 35 kills on Rebirth Island. We broke it down, and we're just waiting on some administrative tasks to be completed. And then that will be on the YouTube as well. You can find the YouTube at thedropshot.com. We have it linked there. We have everything linked there. So, and then, yeah, that gameplay breakdown was really fun to do, and you guys should check it out. That's publicly available. Any of you can see it on the YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube as well. And then if you platinum in Damascus, that bonus ep's coming up tomorrow. And then lastly, I don't know if I should have announced this or not, but fair warning, we are strongly considering moving Wednesday pods to Thursdays. When I believe it was Raven took over for Infinity Ward, they started doing all their patches on Thursday afternoons.
Yeah, a lot of them.
And we at the time were in a different situation. We didn't really want to switch right away, and we weren't sure if we should because they might go back to Wednesday. Who knows? But seems like that's not the trend. And now we are like really strongly considering switching to Thursdays. So for those of you listening on an app or on YouTube, this won't matter to you that much. The episodes would go onto apps and platforms on Fridays instead of Thursdays, obviously. But that's not that big of a deal. But for those of you who watch live, maybe that might impact your, I don't know, routine, whatever.
Yeah.
It'll be Thursdays instead of Wednesdays, probably. Not doing it necessarily yet, but we're probably going to quite soon. Tanner, any announcements from you, little bud?
Because even like now, Raven's been doing the patch notes like late Wednesday night. So it's like we would get the patch notes during the pod. So I don't know if it's better to get the patch notes and go over them right away and then upload the next day, or if it's better to have that patch ready, be able to play it on Thursday and then talk about it. You know? I feel like that'd be better anyways, is to actually be able to play it once they do make those changes. Then we can give feedback on that rather than just leading the patch notes too. So
that's also true too.
Yeah, we're definitely considering it. And it's a good thing. Even this week, it was either going to be Tuesday or Thursday. It's a good thing we did today because that's when the Vanguard patch came out. None of this would have been here if we did this on Tuesday. So that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. And if we do it a little later in the week, I feel like in general, it's better to just do it later rather than earlier. Yeah. Because we've done quite a few Wednesday episodes where we wake up on Thursday and then a giant patch came out and we just had a Wednesday episode where we didn't have much to talk about. That shit's annoying. So we'll see, but we'll keep you guys posted. Other than that, Tanner, anything else you would like to announce? Okay. All right, newcomers, if you're listening for the jingle, you found it. Psych, one more announcement. Just kidding. Get scammed.
Such a fucking idiot.
Holy shit, man. I'm
Such
just
an
trying
idiot.
so hard to drive new listeners away. Whew, lad.
Oh, lag.
Ah. Alrighty then.
Yikes.
Welcome, boys and
Holy
girls,
shit.
to the program. We've got pretty much, this is effectively the first post real patch Vanguard episode we've done ever. Sort of, and we will of course get into it. But before we do, playlist update and / patch note, I guess, they have added Shipment into Vanguard, and they accompanying that is Shipment / DOS House 24/7. I think it's called Ship House 24/7. So one note on that, by the way, I played that playlist for maybe 3 or 4 hours today. I did not get kill confirmed or TDM on Shipment once. Every time it was Dom, which was
Same.
very fun and exciting. Because TDM on fucking Shipment lasts. We had a game that lasted sub 1 minute. I'm literally not kidding. It's absurd. You spend more time fucking waiting in the lobby and loading in, maybe editing your class, than you do in the actual match. So that's good, first of all. And second of all, that's the playlist. Now, importantly, Shipment was added. It extremely closely resembles Sledgehammer's last edition of Shipment from World War II, the game World War II, 2017. And it's fucking great. The differences between this Shipment and the last Sledgehammer Shipment are there are some elevated positions that you can get to, and there's a fair bit of destroyable wood there. So you can get on top of these areas, and they're pretty strong, but you're definitely visible and vulnerable, and they're not too strong. And also kind of a risk to clamber up there on Shipment when everyone can see you at all times. So I don't think they're too overpowered. And on top of that, there's an exploding barrel at every single one of these areas. So the destroyable cover, so the destroyable cover gets blown right away. People aren't going to be able to hide behind it for a while or anything, because as soon as they start getting shot, the barrel blows up, kills whoever's up there, and then also pretty much destroys all of the cover.
Yeah.
So that is helpful. And then also, importantly, unlike MW 2019's edition of Shipment, if you're sitting in one corner of the map on Vanguard Shipment, you cannot shoot directly at any other corner of the map. Now, I don't know why this was possible in MW. It's the only version of Shipment that allowed for this. Cringe. But this doesn't, and that makes it so much better already. And then other than that, I quite like this edition of Shipment. What are your thoughts on the map?
Yeah, I think it's just that one specific corner did that in MW. In MW, it was one of the corners with a forklift. You could see to the other corner that had like the trash bins or something at it. And now in this one, that C can in the middle, that shipping crate, is angled so you can't see through it. You can shoot through all of those, which I've seen people complain about. I've been shot through those crates a total of maybe 2 or 3 times. It is possible to do. Maybe the longer we have Shipment, the more people will figure out, because you can use like an LMG,
Yes, you
piercing
can.
vision,
Right.
FMJ. You can shoot through those, but it's not something you're going to see happening often, I don't think. I haven't noticed it yet. And yeah, it's like what you're saying, there's verticality to the map as well, which I've seen people complain about. Nowhere are any of the spots overpowered. Anyone that goes up there, I've tried it numerous times, you can't survive more than 15 seconds up on any of those crates ever. Haven't been able to do it.
Yeah.
Like in MW 2019, you can survive even longer, because there was that one over mid that had like one of the doors was halfway closed, and then on the other side of the crate, I think one of the doors was fully closed. So you had a lot of cover in there. you couldn't shoot through any of that stuff in Modern Warfare either. So people could sit up there and go on decent streaks, and the only way to really get them is to like throw a nade or something up there, Semtex, Thermite, and get them out of there that way. So in this, because all of those are destructible up top, I think they designed it the best way possible that you can't just camp up there. You don't survive. I really like how mid is in this game. Like how so there are the crates right above it, and it's cool because you can cap the B flag and domination from those crates right above it. So that's a cute little spot, but again, you're not going to survive there long. But it adds like a different layer to the fighting that goes on around mid. So I've been having fun. I mean, Shipment's horrible. It's a terrible map. Always has been. I've hated it since they introduced it to the game. It always will be terrible, but it's really good for leveling guns. And this is a really good version of Shipment. Way better than Modern Warfare 2019. I didn't play World War II Shipment a whole lot, but it's pretty similar to that.
Yeah.
Call of Duty 4 Shipment, I mean, everyone spawned basically with 3 grenades, so that was a disaster too.
Yeah.
So this actually may be the best version of Shipment, honestly, but that's not saying much. I don't like Shipment other than for leveling up guns. And it's been working great for that. I got my combat shotgun gold yesterday and now working on the Einhorn revolver, which fucking sucks. Dude,
it gets better, but yeah, it's not great.
I have not gotten a single 5 kills without dying on Shipment with that gun.
Holy shit.
I have the next 2 camos unlocked after that challenge. I still have 0 out of 30. I can't, with 5 shots, I can't survive long enough. I always just end up picking up a gun once I blow through my ammo.
Yeah.
And then I get a few kills with that, and so then it doesn't count because I'm getting 5 kills with different guns. 0 out of 30. So that's going to be kind of annoying. It's weird that I may have to actually try for that. With a combat shotgun, that was just done in, 30 minutes or something.
It would be way easier on DOS House because you have time to reload on that map, but it's still small enough to where it's a good weapon,
Yeah.
Because Shipment's like, dude, you don't have time to reload how fucking slow it is. You just can't, you can't hide for long enough.
Agreed. So yeah, all in all, I played Shipment probably 6 hours in the last couple days, and it's been fine. There's a lot of people saying you get spawn raped in it. That is true, but here's your tip. If you're getting spawn raped, 1, you're dog shit. Get better at the game. Play with other people. It makes it a lot easier. If you're playing domination, do not go for the C flag ever. Do not. I don't care if you spawn capping the C flag, run away and do not cap it.
Yeah.
You need to cap A, and then you fight over B the entire time. If you hold B, they are constantly spawning on C flag. There is nothing they can do about it. They spawn in about 3 different spots on C. You kill them. They can't get out of spawn. If you get trapped there, that's the worst spot I've seen. I think that's what people are talking about when they talk about getting spawn raped. That happened to me literally for the first time, like the last time I played Shipment today. It was me, Elle, and Jake, and we ended up backing out of the lobby because we were down by 60 and we were getting spawn raped. Like, okay, let's just leave. So people complaining about that, you're dog shit, I guess. You don't know how to win Dom. That's why you're complaining about that issue. You're capping the wrong flag. Cap A and B and hold it, and it's really easy. It's a lot of fun. You get minimum 100 kills every single game.
Yep.
It's the simplest thing you could do. There's nothing easier in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, it's Shipment. It's whatever. It's good for leveling up guns. I'm flying through these shotguns. I've even gotten some riot shield kills too. I've gotten 5 double kills already because you kill someone with your shotgun, you damage someone else, pull out the riot shield, smack them once, and it's a double kill.
Oh, okay.
They don't need to be both with the riot shield because the riot shield's fucking awful in this game. So you kind of have to do it that way unless you play hardcore, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Shipment, I actually like Shipment better than DOS House. DOS House, I'm already sick of. I think shotguns are actually more overpowered on that map because you don't see it coming. Like in Shipment, you literally actually have longer sight lines, I feel like. Because
you do.
Yeah, well, whereas DOS House, you spawn behind those tires in that little area. You run around those. You start running to that little hallway on the right side where it's 2 doors. And every single time you start running to that, someone peeks around, they blast you with a shotgun. You never saw it coming. At least in Shipment, you can see people from far. You see people always when they spawn in, and it just makes it easier. So,
yeah,
I didn't think it'd be that way at all, but it is. I think shotguns are way less annoying on Shipment.
I agree 100% because Shipment is way smaller, but it's also way more open. Like DOS House is it's a bigger map, sure, but it's so compartmentalized. it's like a ton of tiny little baby rooms like strung together.
Yeah.
So unless you're standing dead center, in which case shotguns are the least of your concerns, then yeah, you're just like in a tiny little corridor and shotguns will just destroy you. That's absolutely true. When we were playing Shipment 24/7 before Ship House came out, I stopped using my shotgun on TDM and kill confirmed because people figured this out. They would just sit in one of the corners of Shipment, and I'd be running around mid where a shotgun is best, like looking for people. But because they didn't need to be on B because it wasn't Dom, they would just be too far away from me, see me coming, and just shit on me with like a real gun. And I was like, fuck it. I'm only using a shotgun now on Dom for Shipment. And then I'm going to use like an SMG or an AR and do what they're doing. Because it is more open, even though it's such a small map. I agree. So I love this version of Shipment. The spawns are an issue. Couple things. Spawns are always going to be an issue on Shipment. The map's too small, first of all. And also, especially fucking 8v8 on Shipment. It isn't possible to have good spawns, number one. So, let's start there. Now, with that said, could the spawns be improved upon? Definitely, yes. They're pretty bad right now. Especially that C flag spawn trap. And like Tanner said, yeah, it can happen at A. I've spawn trapped a team once at A. I've spawn trapped a team 25 times at C. So it's so much more rare. You really just need to stay the fuck away from C. Let them have it. You need to fight over A more than B, honestly. That's more important, actually.
Yeah.
Because if you can get the spawn trap going at C, if you're not the team spawning there, then taking B is trivially easy at that point. Like, B doesn't matter, actually. With the way the spawns are working right now, and they do need to address this, it's all about who's spawning at C. Whoever's spawning at C loses. So, yeah, if you spawn there off rip, run straight to A. Fuck B, doesn't matter. Take A, hold that, establish a spawn there. Once you have that, go for... Some of your teammates are going to start spawn trapping. You could too. And then it makes getting B so super fucking easy. I don't know what it is about C flag spawn that is so much easier to spawn trap than A.
I'm not sure. But
it is way easier.
I haven't seen an A spawn trap ever, so I don't know. Yeah. It's just always C.
Yeah. I got one today, but we were raping this team. So it could have been just they were that much worse than us. And we had like so many streaks. But it is a problem. I was leveling the MP40 with a riot shield, obviously, using the dead drop field upgrade where it saves your kill streaks, which is both fun and exciting to do. And it was assault dom Shipment. We had the C spawn trap going. I was running, I think, UAV, flame knot, pups. Got the flame knot, and by the time I got the flame knot, I think it might have been my second one. I don't know. It was just a disaster. Like 3 of the enemy teammates had left. So there were like 4 people total on the other team. And they were spawning at C. I had my flame suit. I was standing on the C flag, holding down my left mouse button, just shooting fire. For the last 3 minutes of the game, just spin bot killing people because they didn't have enough people to respawn to do enough damage to kill me. Because there were only like 4 out of 7. So it was just a constant just rape fest. And I ended the match with the flame knot. Super dumb. Dead drop is insanely overpowered. They need to make the spawn rate omega slow for that field upgrade or remove it. It's a dumb field upgrade to have. I can get all of my streaks every single game of Shipment super easily because dead drop is dumb OP. And it recharges far too quickly. So like I can be on an 8, die, respawn, my dead drop has regened by then, press the button, get 1 kill, have another flame knot, use it. By the time I die, the field upgrade is recharged, smile, press dead drop, get 1 kill and another flame knot. It is insanely stupid and broken, and it needs to be removed or significantly changed because you shouldn't be able to spawn with no kills and then drop it. I think it is bugged because the way it works now is like if you get 1 kill, press it, and then get 7 more kills. When you respawn, you have 8 out of 9 kills or 8 out of whatever, 8 kills, 8 points, kill streak points. And if you read the field upgrade, it says it records your current kill streak. So what that should mean is if you press it at 1 kill, then when you respawn, it's only with 1 kill streak point. So I think it is bugged, yeah.
Well, I don't mean that. There's an issue with it right now. I noticed this earlier. I was using it. I did the same thing. I like popped it before I got dogs. I thought maybe I popped it when I got dogs for some reason. I don't know. But I called in dogs. I ended up dying. I respawned. I remember getting a kill, and then all of a sudden I had dogs again, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't really think anything about it. I just kept playing. And like 2 hours later on Twitter, I saw someone like a tweet that said something about dead drop is bugged right now. And so when you get your last streak, you can pop dead drop. When you die and you respawn and you get 1 kill, you get whatever that last streak is. And that is 100% a bug in the game right now.
Yeah.
So dead drop hasn't worked correctly since they put it in the game.
It's fucked.
It's actually lost me more kill streaks than it's gained anyways. It just like skips over them and doesn't do anything. But yeah, they claim they fixed that today in the patch notes. I think one little issue of that, or a couple days ago. So we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, so that's a issue right now. The other problem with Shipment is mortar barrage.
It's so cancer. Yeah.
It's not even good. It's just very fucking annoying. It's so annoying when your teammates even use it, because mortar barrage, you can't see through the smoke. There's nothing that ruins the visibility more in this game than a mortar barrage. If you're standing inside of where it lands in that circle, you can't see anything. Like you can barely even see your own gun because there's just so much dirt and shit in the air. It's a disaster.
Yeah. Yeah, and the screen shake and the smoke.
Yeah, it's very annoying.
It's all just so toxic, yeah. So by the way, I took a screenshot today. 112 and 17. 256 on Shipment. You can see I started with like 4 out of 7 at the end of the game. Only 2 guys stuck it out. And some other dude had 114 and 17 on my team. Yeah. So I meant 17. I don't know if I said 7, but yeah, it's just so dumb. So anyway, if you want to be a real piece of shit, you can just use dead drop on Shipment and pop. You don't even have to think about it, honestly. You just pop it off cooldown, and then like you'll get every streak you want, every streak you have every game. It's pretty fucking easy. So so the biggest problem I have with Shipment right now is the spawns. That C spawn trap, they need to add the other corner, like not
like over by the Jeep.
No.
Like on the Jeep side?
No, because that's too close to A. The other one. The other corner. Not A, and not the Jeep one. The last remaining corner besides C.
Well, it's the same distance from A. They're both a corner.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, technically...
Right, actually, it's a box.
Actually,
yeah, you're right.
Technically, though, the Jeep one probably is easier to take A, because you can run through that crate, whereas on the other side, you have to like go around or jump over that crate.
Yeah.
So it's probably easier if it was on the other side.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, either way, though, they need to add another spawn. Because, like, when you are spawn trapped there, it's very frustrating, for sure. You just have to immediately start sprinting, maybe get a kill, and just fucking get out. I don't know. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun, also.
I went on a 19 earlier on Shipment.
Oh, did you?
And part of it was... I think when it ended, I was sitting in the C corner, the furthest corner you can get into, and as their team was spawning, I was just shooting them all in the back.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's just so easy. I didn't even know what was going on. The next thing I knew, I was on like a 15. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I had a 19, and then I died.
Yeah. I was actually thinking, I was like, dude, if I like, oh man, should I put on an FCG and like go for a V2? And I was like, well, there's no calling card. Who cares? I'll just farm kills. But I thought, like, if I really tried, I could maybe get a V2, like, now, honestly. Because the spawn trap is just so strong. It's just so easy. Like, if you really wanted to just, like, pre-aim, pre-fire the 2 spots on C they could spawn and kill them, like, I think a V2 is pretty fucking easy, actually. If you're dominating them that much. But, anyway. Yeah, fun map. Hopefully they make the spawns a little better soon. I don't know if they will, but we'll see. Excuse me. All right, next. Double XP, double operator XP, and double weapon XP is live in Vanguard right this moment.
And clan XP.
and clan XP if that matters, which it of course doesn't. And that I don't see an end date here. I suspect it'll be until like Monday.
Probably Monday. Yep.
Yeah. So if you wanted to level guns, particularly if you're a Warzone player, get the fuck back on and just get a gun level 70 and then move on to another one. Start with ARs, then move to SMGs, and then do whatever. Shotguns maybe, or snipers, I guess. But that's, double everything. So. And then also Vanguard, if you don't own Vanguard, it is free this weekend until Monday, November 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And you get access to all of the multiplayer, all maps, all modes, all guns, all operators. You get it all, which I think is a good play by them. And it can entice some people who are on the fence to try it.
It'll do the opposite. They'll spawn into Shipment. They'll see every single person is a max prestige running a shotgun and a riot shield, and they won't buy the game. So,
yeah, that's fair. That's a fair point too.
They're going to end up with more copies refunded than copies sold this weekend.
That is possible. Yeah, but again, if you're a Warzone sweat and you don't own Vanguard, you might as well get it and level up a couple ARs and SMGs this weekend. If you really want to be ahead of the curve as much as you can without buying the game. Because it's free and it's double XP right now. So it would be a good idea too. So again, till November 22nd, 10 a.m. Pacific time, the correct time zone, of course. All right, next, patch notes. Changes already in effect. So there have been a number of small little patches since our last episode, since Wednesday. And we are not going to go through every patch nor every note, but we're going to hit, again, all of the things worth talking about and things that are going to be relevant to pretty much all of you. So first, November 16th, there was a patch. They nerfed the Vital and Cal Up combination. I don't know why they capitalized Cal Up. I'm assuming that refers to the higher caliber ammo or magazine types. I don't know why
I don't know. But that is what they're talking about. That's like the 2-shot STG and the 2-shot Type 100.
Yes. And XclusiveAce did a video on this. He tested it. Vital was nerfed. You can no longer get a 2-shot kill with an STG with Vital or Cal Up, the different ammo. You can still reduce it from 4 to 3 shots to kill. So it's still worth using and good, but it's not insanely busted like it used to be. So they did nerf Vital. That's good. Nerfed Buck Slug. This is an ammo type? Ammo mod?
The hell is Buck Slug?
It's the last ammo mod you unlock for most shotguns. And it's like a slug round, but there's also some buckshot in it. So I've never used it.
Really?
Yeah. I've never used it, so if it was ever good, but it's been nerfed apparently. So I'm not enough of a piece of shit to have max leveled a shotgun yet. I don't hate other people that much. So
does a Buck Slug exist? I find that hard to believe that exists. I've never heard of such a thing. Huh. That's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was an ammo mod in this game. I've never seen that.
Yeah. Yeah. I was reading about, I was reading it like yesterday, and then I saw this note.
I mean, packed powder is the only one you should be running, so.
No. Wait. Yeah, those are the same, actually. Yeah, packed powder fucks. Yeah, I think packed powder is probably just better. Because I have tried regular ass slugs, and they sucked dick.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Unsurprisingly. Maybe with some shotguns they'd be good, but it's like, dude, if I want that much range on a shotgun, hey, I'll just use a gun, thanks. Yeah. What are we doing? This is dumb. But anyway, whatever. And then reduce the MVP voting screen duration by 5 seconds. It's still too long. Field upgrades.
Yeah, still 20 seconds too long.
Yeah. Fixed an issue where using dead drop sometimes prevented the player from deploying any more kill streaks earned. Now, instead, there's a new issue with dead drop where you can deploy all your streaks always or something. Yeah. So it used to not work. Now it works on overtime. So cool. Fun and exciting. And then November 17th, let's see. Shipment.
By the way, if you are running dead drop on Shipment, you're just not paying attention. There's no other field upgrade that's even worth running on Shipment or DOS House besides dead drop, actually. All the field upgrades fucking suck, so you should all be running dead drop. Even if it bugs out half the time, it's still better than running. What are you gonna run? Dead Silence on Shipment?
Yeah, and get
when
no
you get an
benefit
ammo
ever.
mod, you're gonna be dead by the time you can even drop your ammo or need ammo.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, I'm running it because I'm a real slimy piece of shit, and it's fun to get.
Well, you need a crutch because you're not good enough. You need to get high streaks with a crutch. You're crutched up.
I will edit that out.
Give me kill chain, dude.
Yeah,
I want kill chain in this game.
Hey, you have more kills with an M4 than any other gun in MW. Kill yourself in game, of course. Okay, don't want to hear it from ya. From ya, I don't want to hear it. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, November 17th, patch notes. Multiplayer shipments available. Fixed a bug preventing players from equipping camos. Okay, players can no longer equip camos they do not own. I'll say this: I've seen a lot less atomic camos, so I don't know if they took them away from people, but I certainly haven't seen none.
I think they took them away today. I can't confirm that, but I saw people on Twitter saying they finally actually took the camos away from them today. Because when they put out these patch notes, and they fixed it so people couldn't equip them anymore using that 2-second glitch to get atomic. Everyone else that had already done it still had them. Supposedly it's gone. If you were one of those glitching little 12-year-old kids, or Grim or L, yeah. Let us know if they actually fixed it, because from what I heard, they did fix that issue or take them away from you.
Yes.
But didn't tell us.
Yeah. I don't think I saw any atomic today, actually, so it might have actually been done.
I didn't either.
And then also corrected inconsistencies. Jesus Christ. Corrected inconsistencies for next unlock in the operators tab, which has kind of been bothering me. I don't know if they've done that for weapons as well. I don't think they have. Cringe. And then we get to November 18th. That is, unfortunately, that's today's date. Okay. These patch notes, unfortunately, are what we've gotten to. Okay. And so hey, why are you so mad? Oh, good question. Okay. Multiplayer. Subpoint. Weapon tuning. Okay. So be me. Okay. Be me running a podcast about Call of Duty, the video game, almost 30, living with your parents, already depressed, obviously, right? And then also I read multiplayer weapon tuning relating to Vanguard. And I'm thinking at this point, finally, man, awesome. The STG and MP40 nerfs are here. But also, guess what? Neither such nerf has come to the game. Don't know why. I can't imagine how it's possible for any weapon tuning to happen before a nerf to the STG and the MP40. They might have been thinking, oh, well, we nerfed Vital and that's enough. They would be fucking wrong, but maybe that's what they were thinking. I don't know. I don't think the MP40 even had Vital. It's still insane. Just insane.
The MP40 is not nearly as good as it was on launch. Type 100's a better SMG. All the shotguns are better than the MP40.
Well, depends on the map, I guess. On Shipment, sure. But anyways, whatever. Weapon tuning. Instead, here's the note we got, by the way, okay? Reduce the effects of ADS spread, aka bloom, on base weapons without attachments. Okay, that's good. I don't know if that's true. I think we have some more information on that coming up.
Yeah, we'll get into it in
and we will, of course,
minutes.
get into that. But I'm not mad at that. And then also balance pass on all shotguns affecting range, pellet spread, hip fire penalty, and more. Cap. Just cap. I feel no difference with shotguns today. Post patch. None. I still just rape everyone with them. I still get raped by them at the same distance in the same amount of time.
Now.
Didn't feel at all different to me, honestly. I mean, did they feel any different to you?
Well, I didn't use the same shotgun I was using pre-nerf, so I don't know. Because I was using the Einhorn revolving. Hey, and it's feeling fine, I'll tell you that much. It's feeling fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, to be fair, this could be because I've been playing on DOS House and fucking Shipment. So, of course, shotguns are going to be good.
Yeah, you can go play MW right now, and Shipment will still be full of shotgun users only.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So that could be the case, but I don't know. Shotguns still feel awfully good. But yeah, maybe they should feel good on tiny maps. If they're going to feel good anywhere, it's going to be there. But I'm just more mauled at an STG or MP40, particularly the MP40. Because like the STG, they nerfed Vital. Okay, fine. But like the MP40 still feels fucking nasty, dude. Really insane. I just hit it level 70 today, and I was just doing so well with it. It's just so good. I don't know. I still need to play more to tell you what exactly it is that makes a particular weapon good or not. I don't know. But anyway, whatever. Next.
The MP40 kind of just seems more like an AR to me almost. It doesn't seem to have much of a damage drop off, but I haven't used it much in a few days, and when I was using it, I was using terrible attachments to get it gold, because I just got it gold a few days ago. So I wouldn't know if it's still good, but it was feeling pretty nasty the first few days. But I mean, there are technically better guns out there for sure. Yeah.
So anyway, moving on here. UI gameplay. Fixed the search bug where players could see when an enemy was defusing the bomb. Fixed the gung-ho sprint speed shooting glitch. Okay, so they did slow it down. You still move awfully quick while firing with gung-ho. I was doing this with my Sten today.
You sure do, yeah.
Still pretty goddamn fast. I don't know if it's as fast, but it feels awfully fast.
Definitely not as fast. Was it's still too high.
Yeah, it's still really fucking good. It's still very much a perk worth using, but they have slowed it down. So let's see. Operators' favorite weapons now provide the correct amount of XP when used. And
don't tell us what that's supposed to mean. I don't think they ever even told us to start with that using the operator's favorite gun gave you bonus XP. They never even said that. We only know that because someone tested it. I don't believe they ever confirmed that. I could be wrong. Not that I know of, though. So cool.
I was actually... It's funny you say that. I was looking in the menus today, like trying to figure out where it says if you use their weapon, it boosts your XP and by how much, and I couldn't find it either. Yeah,
it doesn't say. Yep. So I don't know.
But it does. But how much? So cool. And then you can no longer equip the Sledgehammer, IDub, or Raven clan tags. So that's fine, I guess. I mean, overall, I don't know. Look. The STG Vital nerf did happen, so I'm actually less mad at their weapon tuning than I maybe should be. I certainly didn't... Again, I haven't been playing regular maps, so I don't know how prevalent STGs still are on normal maps. Or MP40s, for that matter. Because all you see are shotguns, really. But overall, I'm glad they nerfed Vital, and I'm glad that it actually went through, so I'm fine. Overall, I'm fine with these patch notes at writ large. How about you? What are your overall thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, they definitely could have told us more. Like, all they did was say, reduce the effects of bloom on base weapons without attachments, and then just didn't say anything else. Didn't tell us how much, didn't tell us what weapons exactly. Like Raven's done a really good job of that in Warzone lately, telling us pretty much exactly what they did, down to the percentage, why they did it, their reasoning for it, what they're thinking going forward, if it's not enough, etc. Treyarch did a great job at that last year, so these patch notes are pretty much in between Infinity Ward and Treyarch / Raven. More than what Infinity Ward tells us, kind of, not really, and far less than like Raven and Treyarch will tell us in their patch notes. So I don't know. I don't love how they've been, putting out these patch notes, but they've been making some small changes for sure. It's like, even when if they supposedly took the camos away from everyone, it's like, why don't they even say that? They mentioned how they took away the ability to use like the dev clan tags. Why don't they say, oh, we also took your atomic? It's just weird. I don't know. It's something so easy to say, and I would prefer to have it confirmed by then than have some random people on Twitter be the ones to say it and maybe be right, Exactly. It's like, it's so easy to just write that sentence to say, removed camos that are not supposed to be unlocked from people. Something like that. I don't know. They can figure it out.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're exactly right that it's kind of like in between IDub and Raven. Like Raven's patch notes have just been excellent, whereas Infinity Ward's, obviously, they're the worst of any video game that's ever been made. This is kind of right in the middle. I am thinking, perhaps naively, that, well, the Warzone thing is happening in a couple weeks. They're super busy on that, so they don't have a lot of attention or time.
Well, they don't have anything to do with it. They don't work on Warzone at all.
Who knows? Well, no one knows. I mean, if it's switching to this app, then I'm sure they're going to be busy with it. The Vanguard weapons are either moving to a new app or new weapons are coming to their app. I think they're probably doing something with it. And I'm hoping that is the reason for these, frankly, subpar patch notes and the subpar timing, frankly. Because, like, you know, that Vital nerf, I'm glad it came and it hasn't been too late. But it also, frankly, should have been sooner. I mean, they had to have known it was insane. And that was for like a week, 10 days maybe, that was in the game. Kind of a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it's because of the Warzone thing, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so confident in that, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with it, really.
I don't either, honestly. I'm hoping
I just don't get how...
Yeah.
I just don't get how some of the little things haven't changed. Like, I thought for sure they would change some of these camo challenges, and they just haven't. Like, we still have to get triple kills with that one launcher. So it's like you are literally forced to play hardcore to get that. There's no way you will get that in core, not even with shipment. Like, you still need to get quick scoping kills with certain ARs and LMGs. Like, why? What's the reasoning for that? Why? Like Jay God was saying earlier, I haven't got this far with the Itra burst, and now I'm not excited. He said, in order to get the quick scope kills, it has to be within that first burst. So you have to scope in with the Itra, kill the enemy with that initial burst, or else it won't count as a quick scope. So it's like things like, and you have to do that 100 times. It's not necessarily difficult. It's just such a stupid fucking thing to do. And it's just so weird to have to do that for an assault rifle or an LMG. Like, why?
Yeah, that is odd.
Actually, I would much rather mount or do anything else than that. It's just so weird. I don't know. I don't like these challenges.
Yeah.
They just don't make any sense for the weapon category. Even like with snipers, you still have to get close range kills. Granted, they changed it from point blank to close range, but still, it's a sniper. Why? Why do I have to get close range kills with that gun?
I know.
I don't know.
I know. No, I agree with you.
And they haven't changed shit in terms of that, so I don't think they ever will.
That's a good point too. I kind of forgot about that because I've been putting my camo grind on the back shelf because I'm, again, getting ready for the Warzone thing. I had been working on camos for launchers, and that takes a lot of time away from leveling guns. So I was like, okay, until Warzone's out, I'm just going to get everything, or rather, even independently of when Warzone comes out. My next step on the camo grind is to get every gun max level, and then I'm going to go back and get the camos maxed, because I want as much shit to be maxed out before Warzone comes out as possible, because a Vanguard gun or two are going to be the best guns in Warzone for sure. Maybe not on day one, but month one, definitely. Because if they're not the most OP things, they will make it so, trust me. They'll buff Vanguard guns, they'll nerf Cold War guns, whatever they need to do. They're going to have their new title have the best guns. They did it for an entire year with Cold War. So they're going to do it again. So I want to have those max level. So I haven't really thought about it.
Smart.
But you're right. The camos are fucking dumb. And if they haven't changed it by now, I don't think they will. I agree.
I know. I feel like they would have already done it. I think a lot of people expected it and they just didn't. And then last thing too is still with a knife in the riot shield. It says I think it's like 30 kills while the enemy is stunned. They still have not changed the wording. You have to be stunned to do those challenges. It's get 30 kills while you're stunned. And they still haven't changed the wording. I checked the riot shield after the patch today. Still says the same fucking thing. Unless they magically fixed it so that it's the enemy having to be stunned. But I don't know. If they did, they didn't mention that in the patch notes. So I don't know. And I was stunning people today and killing them with a riot shield, I thought, and I never got one. So not really sure.
I would imagine that's a bug and they intend it for enemy to be stunned. It would be a real dumb camo challenge to have to stun you to be no,
but also they have
not.
Dauntless as a perk, so maybe that's their way of getting people to run the dumbest perk in the game, which is Dauntless, which it doesn't decrease your. There's like no movement speed. Well, how do they word it? No like movement reduction penalties. So it's like you can stun your stealth and still sprint. So it's like maybe that's their way of getting people to run Dauntless. I don't know.
Did you try Dauntless?
Yeah, it works.
So what happens when you get stunned? Nothing?
I feel like it's a very short period you can't run, but it's like, I mean, it's very, very quick, and then you're like sprinting again. You still can't turn that well, but you can definitely sprint.
Okay, I see. Huh. Interesting.
So that's the move if you need to actually stun yourself for these camo challenges. But again, I don't know. They haven't fixed the wording, and they haven't said anything in the patch notes. There's nothing on their magical Trello board that they choose to use every year for some reason, even though it's not updated ever.
Yeah. Yeah, the good old Trello board, yeah. So yeah. Yep. Overall, I don't know. Again, I'm hoping this frankly lackluster post-launch patches rather are due to Warzone, but I'm not confident at all. I don't think so.
Yeah,
I just don't.
I think they've said every dev team that works on Warzone. I don't think Treyarch's one, and I'm pretty sure Sledgehammer isn't one. There's like every other team works on Warzone except for them, pretty much, it seems like. And I don't think even iDev works on it anymore.
I certainly hope not.
I don't think that's an excuse for them. I don't know. I just hope this means we're having a massive update coming with Season 1. Maybe some of these things are like, we don't want to push through yet. We're going to save it for when Season 1 drops. We're going to get new maps, new weapons probably, and then we'll do a huge balance pass. Because I'd read somewhere that I think the first Cold War weapon tuning of any kind didn't come until like 93 days after the launch of Cold War. And that sounds about right, because remember how long there was they didn't do anything with those guns. So, I mean, we've already got changes in the first 2 weeks. They haven't been nearly enough, but I guess it's better than last year.
When you put it like that, it is better than last year. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, the game is still good, still fun, but I don't know. Brace yourselves. Winter is coming. What the writers of Game of Thrones didn't want to tell you is that Bronn was actually in a wheelchair because he didn't trim his balls with MANSCAPED. Poor guy thought it was okay to trim his balls with a traditional razor or hair trimmer. Not sure what you want as a gift for the holidays? Well, MANSCAPED is the ultimate gift, and they're here to change the men's grooming game and get you 20% off and free shipping if you use code DROPSHOT at manscaped.com. It's time to gear up and get yourself the gift of shaving this holiday season. I'm talking about the Manscaped Perfect Package 4.0. The Performance Package 4.0 is the best in the business. This hygiene bundle includes the Lawnmower 4.0, Weed Whacker, Boxers, Travel Kit, and liquid formulations. The new Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer is waterproof with advanced skin-safe technology to reduce nicks and cuts, and even has a light to help with your close shave down there, which is still my favorite part of that razor. No need to have a red wedding situation next time you're going for a trim. The Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer can help you whack those nasty weeds in your delicate holes. This product also has proprietary skin-safe technology to help prevent nicks, snags, and tugs. The Performance Package also includes Crop Preserver. It's deodorant for your balls to protect against chafing. Also, the Crop Reviver Ball Toner will help keep your boys fresh at all times. Guys, Manscaped has been great for us, Tanner and I, at the podcast. Help them help us. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code DROPSHOT at manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code DROPSHOT. It's time to join the Manscaped movements. These products are no joke. Next, here is Warzone. Operation Flashback came out today. Okay, so let me start by saying this. I watched one round of this, and I was like, oh, okay, sure. Didn't play it. Here's what happened, okay? I'm in the morning, afternoon, doing some notes for the podcast tonight. And I'm watching Symphony on Twitch. And he's trying to get into this mode. Takes forever, by the way. Buggy mess, whatever. He eventually gets in. I'm like, oh shit. Operation Flashback is out. I'm going to get on and play this when I'm done with the notes. So I keep watching. And then, spoiler alert, once that match was over, I said, nah, never mind. I won't be playing that, actually. I've never had less of a desire to do anything ever than play that mode based on what I saw. So, Operation Flashback is this Warzone LTM mode that is touted by Activision as being like a, blast from the past. You can use every meta gun and like everything from the past is all there and all that, whatever. And what this means really is that the match starts, the circles travel like super slowly, first of all, which is fine, I guess. It's quads. And there is like an event of every type or most types that used to be in the old events. So you know how Tanner and I have talked about when a new season comes out, they always add a dog shit trash event that adds absolutely nothing to the game at all except annoy us every single season? For example, like when the satellite crashes were on the map and they were entirely too loud. Oh, that? Yeah, that's the only blast from the past in the mode, the worst part of every season. That's the only thing. That's it. That's all there is. There's no old areas of the map that are around.
No.
Some of the ground loot, I guess, like there's an R9 Dragon's Breath that's ground loot, for example. First of all, don't care because I can use my own loadout and I'm just going to use an EM2 or whatever is better than a post-nerf R9. The R9 isn't meta anymore, so if you include it in the ground loot pool, that's cute, but it's not good anymore because you've nerfed it now. So this isn't going to make me use this gun. It's not a blast from the past because this thing fucking sucks now. I'm glad it sucks, don't get me wrong, but don't tell me it's a blast from the past because I'm not going to use it. And also, it's a fucking green R9. The only two attachments on it are Dragon's Breath and a fucking stippled grip tape or something. That's not the meta R9 setup anyway, even if it was a pre-nerf R9. So I'm not going to use none of the ground loot. The map is exactly the same as it was yesterday. So there's no like Vladiskanoyevdovich or whatever. The fucking ship crashed by port. That's not in the game. The fissures are still here. Stadium is still open. The array is still on the map. The bunkers aren't reinstated. That would have been a cool flash from the past. Nothing of the sort. The only thing really sort of is the vault key for Old Downtown isn't here. It's still Nakatomi. So cool. Blast from the past. You can get a vault key for the Nakatomi room, but who cares? You can also like buy the armored truck for 75k at a buy station. Okay. Hey, cool. A blast from the past from a plunder game mode that no one gave a shit about. Cool. There are specialist tokens now. Don't care. You get extra bonus loot from scavs and I think it's like supply runs. Like you're guaranteed a precision or a UAV or a cluster. Cool. Not a blast from the past. Don't really know what that adds to the game. So nothing about it resembled at all anything about old Warzone to me at all. Like first circle, there's like a jailbreak. Okay. Cool. And then like second circle, that's like it's resurgence rules for this circle. This isn't even on this map, by the way. Resurgence is on Rebirth Island, so I don't know why we're doing this.
Yeah,
Not
it even says that in the
past.
patch notes. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's not a blast from the past because Resurgence was never in Warzone, dude. It was on a different fucking map in a different game mode, so I don't know why you're calling this a blast from the past. Also doesn't make any sense in Warzone, but okay. And then they have the satellites crash down, cool. They have the money crates that are like in Plunder, again, that drop from those supply choppers. Again, different game mode, not a blast from the Warzone past. So they just added a bunch of random trash, and then everything related to Warzone that's old that they've added was only and exclusively the worst parts of old Warzone, which were the dog shit season events that no one cared about, which we've talked about all the time on this program. I found that deeply entertaining. It didn't resemble a match of Warzone from any era, and it did not look fun in the slightest to me. Did you see any of this? Did you play it yourself? What are your thoughts?
No, it sounded cute because, yeah, I think like Blast from the Past. Okay. I was hopeful that they would make these guns be overpowered like they were. That would have been funny. If like the DMR one-tapped everyone, if the R9 was stupid overpowered. Because if that wasn't an LTM, then that would have been fine. It would have been funny. I wouldn't have played it, but I would have tried it and been like, oh, this is fucking ridiculous. That guy one-tapped me with the DMR from 300 meters away. But yeah, like you're saying, because there's shit, it's like, what's the point? I don't know. And the whole Operation Flashback that's in Verdansk, yeah, stop adding in all this other shit. So it's like even... so it's like restocks in, which is like how supply boxes refresh, like in Rebirth Island. Even says that Black Ops Cold War via Rebirth Island Season 1. And then it's like Juggernaut Royale, Resurgence. It even says Resurgence, Cold War, Season 1, Rebirth Island. It's like, why are all these things in Verdansk? I don't know. I don't get it. We were excited for this. We even talked about streaming this for gameplay tomorrow. This is probably more boring than playing Vanguard multiplayer, so we definitely won't be doing that. But yeah, I was excited for this. Seems like a missed opportunity, but again, they're doing the least amount possible till they can get to the new map, and because all the changes they're doing with that. So
yep, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but certainly not this. It just seemed like they added so much just random trash. It was just so confusing. It's very weird. But anyways, stay the fuck away from this game mode, honestly. I would stay away from Warzone outright until the integration if I were you guys, but there you go. So we mentioned earlier that with respect to Vanguard, multiplayer, they did reduce the effect of ADS spread, aka Bloom, on base weapons and attachments. XclusiveAce did, in fact, test this. And we will link the video in the show notes. We've also got some images here. This first one on the screen, you can turn your attention, class, is the changes. So here we're looking at SMGs. The red plots are pre-patch. The green ones are post-patch. That is a massive difference, by the way.
That's insane. I took this screenshot, by the way, didn't even really look at it until now. Now I'm actually looking at it and really paying attention. Holy shit. The Sten was awful before. It's going to feel a lot better now. Trust me. I'm pissed I already got it gold.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. And the MP40.
Yep. So pretty much everything is very small clusters when they used to be gigantic clusters of spread. And this is obviously an extremely good change. Bloom is cringe. ADS spread is cringe. And so that's fantastic. And it's really good to see. And then here we can look also at assault rifles. And these are going to be the most important weapons where Bloom kind of matters as full auto guns. And again, the Bloom got quite a bit better with a lot of these. I mean, the Volk is going to feel a lot different. The NZ41, the AS44, most of all, is going to feel a lot different. And a lot more accurate and just a lot better than it used to. So I'm very pleased with this.
I would love to see someone do some testing as to how much these accuracy attachments actually change. I want to see these same plots and then with a gun set up to give you like +2 or 3 accuracy and see what this goes down to.
True. For sure.
Because, yeah, these are base guns and they're a lot better. I mean, again, Bloom shouldn't be in the video game. It should have never been added in. This accuracy stat means far less. Now, like, there's on the automaton, for example, like the Owen, the Type 100, the BAR, STG pretty much. There is like almost no reason now to use any attachments that increase your accuracy at all, which is good because some of these guns I was kitting out and doing like +2 or 3 accuracy on attachments that I could because I wanted to reduce the bloom. So now that they reduced it so much, you can put that into other things like ADS time, maybe movement speed, initial recoil control, stuff like that. That's going to make the guns even easier to use now, really.
Yeah.
So that kind of ruined their whole accuracy stat they added in, honestly. But hey, don't add that in next time, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not prioritizing the accuracy stat ever now. Because there's.
I think I still would with
things.
the AS44 and like the Thompson, maybe. Do like at least one attachment that does +1 accuracy, probably.
Depends on what you're giving up. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But still.
We usually don't give up like anything with accuracy attachments. There's like hardly any downsides.
Well, give up in the sense that you would otherwise use a different attachment altogether.
Yeah.
But yeah, still, I'm happy with this. And this is where, on the other hand, I know we were just shitting on Sledgehammer for their lackluster patching since launch, but this is like a really good change. So it's not all bad. It's just not enough. Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel. Not enough, not quickly enough. That's the disappointment I'm having. But the caliber of the changes they have made have been all pretty good. They nerfed Vital appropriately, which is nice. They've fixed Bloom a lot, which is really good as well. So overall, I'm happy with them. I just wish they had done more. But this is a really good change. And again, if you want to see XclusiveAce's video on it, that will be linked in the show notes or the video description if you are on YouTube.
Yeah, and I don't know if you said this or not when we started covering this, but from his testing, they pretty much reduced bloom by 60% across the board for all guns that had bloom. He didn't confirm, but I'm pretty sure the only guns that don't have bloom in the game are sniper rifles. I'm pretty sure. I don't think those do. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what he said is for all the guns that had bloom.
Yeah. So that's good. Happy to see it. And now we are on to news and upcoming changes. Tanner, what are we looking at here?
All right, to start with here, so I did put screenshots of all these, by the way, so you can pull them up one by one if you want to. So this is from Charlie Intel, some Carnage member opened up the game today and randomly had 4 calling cards in his inventory. So these are new calling cards that were added to Warzone, which appears to be accidentally. I don't think these are supposed to come out until the next event, which starts next week sometime. I can't even remember what the event's called. But it shows a lot of areas of Caldera, the new Warzone maps. This is kind of exciting. I mean, this is a better look than any of the screenshots we've gotten so far, honestly. So, like, when you go to that first one, it's called Hospitable Resort. This is a cute little area. This looks like it's going to be a hot drop spot. To me, this looks like a World War II era, like military hospital, but they call it resort, so I'm not really sure. I looked at the Caldera map. I don't see this as like a POI or what this would be as the POI. Maybe it's in like the downtown area, like Maine, the city capital or whatever. I don't know, but that's a nice little area. As you notice from all these screenshots, a lot of color, very vibrant, very green, bright blue skies. So that's cute. Another one is Home in Paradise. It looks like some houses, I don't know, some little farmhouses. They don't show us much from that one. Probably there's a spot on the new map called Taro Farms. I'm thinking maybe something to do with that around that area. The next one is the biggest one, Marina Street. This has to be part of City Capital on the new map. This is a nice little screenshot. There's like little kind of like front row little buildings and stuff right along the ocean, I would imagine. Behind it, you see like an old like 1940s little movie theater. What's that other little? What are those things called? Is that one of those like rail car? What are those things called?
Trolley. Is that a little trolley? Is that what that is? Looks like it. Yeah.
Cute little trolley.
Up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might be
it's fucking adorable. As you can notice in the back too, there's the volcano. There's also a plane flying in the air. This was taken in their other version. Out there on the far left, you see like a tall little peak, which is probably like a church or something. So this is real cute. That little city capital looks fucking dope, dude. I'm excited for that. And the other thing that you notice too is no skyscrapers, right?
No
skyscrapers at all. Bunch of low little
in all of these
2-story buildings. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then last one just kind of shows like the coastline. I don't know where that's at, but
treasure the scenery.
Yeah, well, pretty cute little area.
It's a little inlet. Let's look at the map here. This might be,
it could be over on the maybe part of Fishing Village or something.
I was thinking either north of Fishing Village or south of Beach Defenses. Yeah.
So if you guys want to see these, go to Charlie Intel's Twitter. They tweeted out images, but these are nice little screenshots we have of the map. Definitely getting me even more excited for it. These look very dope.
Definitely, yeah. I'm noticing though there are a lot more small little buildings than I had expected. At least, and again, I mean these are calling cards, so who knows? But these are probably going to be pretty accurate representations of whatever they're capturing. But like in every single one of these areas, there are buildings. Now they aren't skyscrapers, which is good, but like Marina Street, which is probably city capital on the map legend. It's a lot of buildings. That's fine. I expected that. But then you go to like Hospitable Resort, like a little cul-de-sac on the beach here, a lot of buildings on the left. Again, maybe I would expect that. But when you go to the one called Home in Paradise, looking at wherever this is on the map, I would be like, oh, there's probably like no buildings here. But there's like a lot of like the little houses.
There are a lot of little huts, yeah. Yep.
And I wonder how many of these little buildings are going to populate the entire map. Like, are there going to be like big swaths of the map that have no buildings at all? I don't know.
Good question.
It is a good question. But yeah, these are cute little calling cards. And this city capital, Marina Street, whatever, very excited for that.
Yeah.
That looks fun to play in. A lot of color, by the way.
Yep. And this lighting looks like Rebirth Island lighting.
Yes. Bright blue skies.
Bright blue sky. So hopefully that actually translates into the game.
Yeah.
Because I had, when Rebirth got that lighting overhaul, I had said on that podcast, I was like, oh, this will probably come to Verdansk in like 2 weeks, month at the most. Still haven't gotten it for some
never will,
unknown reason. Sad. No idea why. Everyone wanted it. That's what a lot of people were thinking, never got it. So awesome.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe that's why. Maybe they were already working on the new map and they knew they were going to make it better there.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. These are cute. This makes me very excited for the new map. By the time you guys are listening to this, we will be 14 days or less away from the launch of Caldera, which we couldn't be more excited for.
I know, for real. Absolutely.
I am ready.
Yeah.
Multiplayer is fine. Vanguard's been fine. I need Warzone, though. I need something more than just running around, clicking and shooting people, leveling up guns. So I'm excited for it.
Yep, I got a little burnt out on Vanguard before Shipment came out. I've been having a lot of fun since it did again.
We've been playing too much. That's our issue. We burn ourselves out.
Exactly, but that's
which I knew was going to happen. But what am I supposed to do? I need to level up these guns.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. Once Warzone comes out, then we're going to play too much Warzone, burn ourselves out, and then we'll have multiplayer to go back to. And then we can just switch between them both and have a lot more fun from both of them.
You can't burn yourself out as much though from Warzone. It's like we were still playing Warzone 2 weeks ago, and it came out in March of 2020, and we were still having fun a lot of the games. So you just don't burn yourself out like you do multiplayer. But still, I'm excited to have multiplayer to go back and play when no one else is online or late at night when I don't want to play Warzone. The lobbies are sweaty. I'll still have multiplayer to go level up guns.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm super excited. Yeah. And the main thing, again, from these calling cards that I can see that makes me really happy is in every single one, it's like sunny, bright, and more colorful than anything in Verdansk has ever been, ever.
Yeah.
Like, even on Home in Paradise, like, this is all green, right? Sure, sort of. But it's like they're all different shades of green. Like the leaves are a different shade than like the rocks are a different shade than like the grass, the frond, doesn't matter, whatever, these bushes, whatever
palm
the fuck.
Frond, I think.
Yeah, whatever it is. Like a bunch of different shades of green. It's not all the same shade of baby shit brown.
Yeah.
You know? So
Dude.
I'm very excited.
What if the new meta Rose operator in this game is the ghillie suit operator from fucking Modern Warfare 2019?
Dude,
that green ghillie suit.
Gollum, I think his name is. Yeah.
Yeah, what was his name?
I think it's Gollum.
I don't think that's it. Was it?
I think so. Not sure though.
Fuck. Dude, what if that's the meta in this game? Because everything's so goddamn green.
Yeah. Super green. But like on the Capitol, Marina Street, there's so many colors. Yellow,
I can't
white,
wait to go through
pink,
Capitol.
red,
I'm excited. Yeah.
Peach.
It's a cute little town, dude.
Yeah.
It looks like
it's bustling,
it looks like
dude.
1940s like Pearl Harbor or some shit. That's what I imagine it would look like, right before they got absolutely bombed, of course.
Yeah, F's in the chat, of course. This place is bustling and colorful, dude. Lots of different colors. Lots of different
Hopefully
colors.
we get some new like seagulls and shit flying around in the air this game.
And we'll edit that out. So next, here.
Oh, we're getting right into it. Here we go.
So before the podcast, Tanner does this section of the notes. And he was like, dude, did you see the news today? I was like, no, not yet. So I'm reading this section. I'm like, okay, cool. Then we get to this tweet. And I laughed hard, was crying for maybe 4 minutes. So Kirsten Grind, who is, a reporter or something?
I believe she's from the Wall Street Journal. At least that's the article she originally linked and talked about. So I think she wrote that article. I don't know. The Wall Street Journal has a paywall, so I'm not reading it. Fuck them. Fuck LA Times. Fuck any of these newspapers that have a paywall. I'm just never going to read your article. I don't care if it's $1 a year. I'm not registering to pay for your website to read a fucking newspaper. Figure it out. It's 2021. Figure something else out.
Patreon.com/Dropshot though. All right. So, and I'll edit everything we both just said out. So anyway, yeah, Kirsten Grind, it appears she's a Wall Street investigative journalist or a journalist. I don't know if she investigates anything. Do any journalists investigate things anymore? And that's a commentary for a different podcast, Infowars.com.
Investigative journalist, yeah.
Yeah. So here's the tweet from November 16th. And she just comes right out with it. And I was crying laughing reading this. Activision CEO. I'm sorry. Activision CEO Bobby Kotick told an employee he would have her killed.
Jesus Christ.
He kept an exec from being fired after a sexual harassment claim. He didn't tell his board of directors of alleged rapes and other misconduct. And then she links the Wall Street Journal article on this topic. So the first sentence, once again, Activision CEO Bobby Kotick, and this is per Wall Street Journal, this is allegedly the Dropshot LLC. It's not making any claims. We're reporting on this tweet. Activision CEO Bobby Kotick told an employee he would have her killed. Wow.
Yep.
That is insane. Did you find this as funny? Not that threatening to kill people is funny.
In fucking sane is what it is.
That is insane. Yeah, for sure.
I think it was, I don't know if I don't think I found where it actually said what happened exactly, or I didn't post it here because I think it was in that article maybe, but it was in it was in 2007, I think. It was a long time ago. It was his assistant, and he left her a voicemail for some reason. I don't know if she had accused him of something or whatever it was, but he left her a threatening voicemail and told her he would have her killed if she didn't stop whatever she was doing. And then later, it came to the public eye. He had said it was just it was, I don't know, basically what they said was it was a long time ago. He apologized for it. It didn't come out correctly, blah, blah. Probably just him, joking, quote, joking.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so that's just...
I misworded when I threatened to end your life. Yeah, for sure. I could have been more polite. Yeah.
Just fucking insane. And then... oh
my God.
She goes on. There's a lot more. We're just getting started. So you remember a few months ago, back in July, we started talking about the state of California filed a suit against Activision Blizzard. Since that point, they've received over 500 internal reports of harassment, assault, and other issues at the company. So they've been facing an investigation, and now there's a new SEC investigation, I guess.
Wow.
So that's fun and exciting.
Yeah.
And you guys also remember about 2 months ago at the most, we started talking about the new co-leads of Blizzard. There was a female. She was promoted because some other old white dude, I don't remember what he did. He either left or they fired him, and they promoted a female and a male to the same position. They were co-leads of Activision. But wait, there's more. So soon after being appointed to the co-head of Blizzard, Jen O'Neill, who's the female, sent a scathing internal email saying she didn't think leadership could fix the culture problems. She said she had been sexually harassed and wanted to resign. Wanted to resign.
Coming from the fucking co-CEO or whatever she was,
top
co-head,
person of Blizzard. Yep.
That's crazy. Can you imagine how insane you have to be to sexually harass the head of the company, dude? Talk about a toxic culture, allegedly. So, anyway.
Yes, so we'll get a little bit more into it here. So, in August, they named longtime employee Jen O'Neill to be Blizzard's co-lead, making her the first woman to lead one of the company's business units. So that was 1 month later, she sent an email to a member of Activision's legal team in which she professed a lack of faith in their leadership, and talking about like Bobby. And to turn the culture around, saying it was clear the company would never prioritize our people the right way. Miss O'Neill said in the email she'd been sexually harassed earlier in her career at Activision, and that she would, here's where it gets fucking good. Here's where it gets good.
Okay.
And that she was paid less than her male counterpart at the helm of Blizzard and wanted to discuss her resignation. I have been tokenized, marginalized, and discriminated against, Miss O'Neill wrote, who is an Asian American and gay. So her and the white male, were promoted at the same exact time to co-heads of Activision. They were paying him more. This was 2 months ago.
They were promoted at the same time?
At the same time, they were promoted to the same position.
No, dude.
So then she also went on to say she described a party for Activision development studio she attended with Bobby in 2007, in which women wearing not many clothes danced on stripper poles. At the same party, a DJ encouraged female attendees, aka female employees of Blizzard Activision, to drink more so the men would have a better time.
Oh my God.
Yikes. So then after all that, she went on to say she was rejected multiple requests for equal pay with her male counterpart and was only offered an equivalent contract after telling them she was resigning for her role and turning in her resignation. Then they said, oh, okay, here, we'll pay you the same amount we're paying him. Holy fuck. How stupid can they be?
How dumb.
This was 2 months ago. After saying they've changed, they're doing all these things to better their company. They do exactly what all these SJWs hate and pay her less for doing the same thing as him when they had the same exact job. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? Do you think that's never going to come to light?
Exactly.
That's never going to become public? Are you fucking stupid?
That is insane.
Insane.
There are times where like two people who have the same job title, one person gets paid more. For example, if you're like a real estate agent and you fucking sell more houses or something, obviously you get paid more, fine. And that's like not a problem. But then other times, even if it's not like a commission or sales role or whatever, if you've been, you know, whatever, co-CEO for 15 years and then someone is like appointed there a month ago, sure, the person who's been there longer is probably going to be making more money at it. That's fine. But if you promote them at exactly the same time, like what is the justification for paying one person more than the other? Now, probably what happened is the guy, well, I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, maybe he just negotiated harder when he first was getting hired for higher initial pay. That's possible.
Is that how that works? Yeah, maybe.
When you're like an executive like that, I'm pretty sure that is how it works. Yeah. But
You just name your
still,
price.
even if that's the case, like you said, how dumb do they have to be to not think, okay, we can't be paying her less than him, especially right now? Like, how insanely fucking dumb do you have to be?
I know.
It's just so crazy. Really unsurprising. Even dumber than that, by the way, is having company parties, serving liquor, hiring strippers. And, like, just so stupid. Like, dude, nothing good is going to come out of that. What is the best case scenario if you have a corporate fucking Christmas party, you're serving booze, and you hire strippers? What is the best case scenario?
I
like,
don't
you have
understand
fun.
it.
Like, okay, cool. Go have fun on your own time without opening up the company to liabilities. That's so dumb. That's so insane. Even if it was 2007, it was dumb back then too. Like, there's no reason to do that. That is insane. But unsurprising, Activision, they don't know how to make a game, nor do they know how to run a company, it turns out.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy.
So
allegedly.
I was trying to confirm, and yes, I can confirm he was promoted at the same time as she was in August of 2021. Also, he had only worked for Blizzard since 2019. And he had worked at Microsoft before that. So I'm almost positive I can't, like, I found him on LinkedIn. I can't find when she started, but I'm almost positive she had worked at Blizzard for like years longer than him too. And he was getting paid more than her at the same position. Holy shit. He was the former vice president of Microsoft. So maybe he did a little negotiation and got more pay. But if she brought that up and was like, yo, he's getting paid more than me, and they just were like, nah, don't care, then that's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's just dumb of them to do.
Yeah, I
don't know. It's crazy.
If they're doing this, I don't know.
Like, yeah, if you're a company, you obviously want to pay everyone as little as possible so you can maximize your profits. I get that. And if he negotiated harder and wasn't willing to accept as little as someone else was, then fine. Pay him more than the other person. However, you have to recognize that in 2021, that's a bad look. You got to just offer her whatever you offer him. You just have to, because of course this is going to come out.
Yeah.
Like, of course it is. It's just obvious. It's like, this is what happens when a bunch of fucking old white dudes surrounded by yes men who are out of touch and don't understand what's going on Twitter with all these cancel culture shit going on. They're just too insulated. Of course this is coming out, and of course it's a bad look.
Yep.
So fucking funny.
I just don't get it.
My favorite part of all of this is, of course, Activision CEO Bobby Kotick telling an employee he would have her killed.
Jesus fucking Christ, yeah.
I just can't.
Yep.
The audacity.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, so that's it for Jen O'Neill. She is now gone from the company, as we originally talked about like 2 weeks ago. Something like that. So she is gone. She's gone on to other things. That she resigned like during that shareholder meeting, because we had said like, oh, like, no. I don't remember. They had basically made it sound like it wasn't anything to do with that. I don't know. They always keep like a tight lip, obviously.
Oh yeah, they were like,
they do.
oh, like we're
what did
parting
they
ways
say?
and we wish her the best, probably.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
that was the other thing, is whatever like nonprofit she was going to work for, they were giving $1 million to that nonprofit. That was their way of saying, oops, sorry, my bad.
Don't
that's
go
what
to
they
the
did.
Wall Street Journal. Yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
that's what they did.
Yep.
That's what it was. They were probably actually trying to bribe her.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Don't sue us.
Allegedly, of course, yeah.
But yeah, so then let's move on here again back to Mr. Bobby K. So in 2017, the co-head of Activision's Treyarch studio, his name was Dan Bunting, he was accused by a female employee of sexually harassing her after a night of drinking. So Activision's HR department and other supervisors launched an internal investigation in 2019. So I don't know if she brought it up in 2019 or if it just took a year and a half plus 2 years to start investigating this. I don't know. And the HR recommended he be fired. But Bobby, intervened and kept him.
Oh no.
Mr. Bunting, who led Treyarch through the production of several successful Call of Duty games, was given counseling and allowed to remain at the company. So there was an outside investigation conducted in 2020. After considering potential actions in light of the investigation, the company elected not to terminate this individual, but instead impose other disciplinary measures. Shortly after he left the company, after the Wall Street Journal asked him about the incident and wanted to interview him, he left Treyarch.
Wow.
So Bobby now has threatened to kill someone, and he has paid a female less at a role that she was hired at the exact same time as her male counterpart. They have the same job, pay her less. And he has allegedly kept on a employee who was accused of sexual harassment and strongly recommended he be fired by his own company's HR department.
It's some Pope Francis vibes there. I think that was him.
Yeah.
All of this shit, like, it makes you wonder how many times has that just gone over fine to where you're just like, this is the one you get caught doing, you know? Like, dude, if you are the CEO of a company and your own HR department tells you, hey, you should fire this guy, and you like keep him on anyway, dude, that is like such a big risk.
Yeah. They probably golf together.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
They probably went to Epstein's Island together.
It's possible. Allegedly, of course, and that's a joke, and we're not being serious, of course. But he was in Epstein's Black Book, and that's also a joke.
He sure was. No, that's not a joke. He was.
Yeah, that's real.
He was in Epstein's book. He was named.
Allegedly.
Yeah, why are they not putting that in all these articles? He raped little kids, allegedly. Why is that not in here?
Jesus Christ, chill. That was a joke also. I haven't read that or anything. That was actually a joke. Okay, so let's all settle down. And Blizzard, Bobby, listen. I don't need you to threaten to kill me. We will remove this episode. Okay. But yeah, it makes you wonder how many times he must have gotten away with this a lot, like intervening for like people he likes or whatever after. Because, dude, it's one thing if like a subordinate complains about a manager and then the CEO sides with the manager. That's one thing. It's another thing entirely when your own HR department recommends you fire the manager and you just don't. Like, that is just... Like, even if you truly think that the dude is innocent, that's an awfully big gamble. Because if that gets out, guess how that looks to people, to shareholders maybe. Not great. Especially not in 2021. Nope. Like, what are you doing? Just dumb. Even if none of this was wrong, it's just dumb in the current culture. That's the funniest thing to me. Is like, even if you're justified in making all of these decisions, which you're probably not, you shouldn't make them anyway because it's such a bad look right now. Like, you can capitalism, baby. The market decides. And so I don't know. It's just insane to me. How old is Bobby Kotick? That's what I want to know. Let me look.
He's like
up this
57 or 58, I believe.
That's
it said.
Younger than he's acting older than that. Honestly.
He's acting older than that.
He's
yeah,
acting
well,
more out of touch than that. 58.
Well, it's you know, he hangs out with certain people, so.
Well, yeah, he is.
Or
yeah,
he's hung out with certain people that are no longer alive. But yeah.
Yeah, he's got some what's it called? Chromium. What's it? Adrenochrome. So.
But so
he's actually 85,000 years old.
Yeah.
Drinks the blood of children. That's a joke.
But so all of that, of course, has been Twitter has been erupting because of all this the last few days. This started on like November 16th is when this Wall Street Journal article went out. So a bunch of other shit's been going down. You know, people have been calling for the resignation of Bobby Kotick. There is a quote workers alliance called ABK, A Better ABK, which I believe is A Better Activision Blizzard. I don't know what the K stands for.
That's weird. ABK.
But so they have this Twitter that got popular a few months ago, and all this other shit with Bobby started going down. They tweeted out, "We've instituted our own zero tolerance policy. We will not be silenced until Bobby Kotick has been replaced as our CEO and continue to hold our original demand for third-party review by an employee chosen source. I think they're referring to like harassment claims, like they want a third-party review company. We are staging a walkout today. We welcome you to join us. So within one day, that next day, actually, when all this happened, there was like, I think 200 plus people that walked out of Activision, which is a lot when you consider a lot of these people don't work from the studio still. A lot of them are working from home. And that's like the next day after all of this happens, like the next morning.
Maybe that's why we haven't gotten enough patches.
That's probably why we haven't got enough patches. And then today also over 500. Yeah, get back to the fucking office. Today, over 500 employees of Activision Blizzard and contractors signed a petition calling for the removal of Bobby Kotick as their CEO. That was over 500 of them. So, you know, after all this is going down, everyone's like, get Bobby out of here. Fuck this guy. We need him removed now. What was Activision saying? I'll tell you. The leader said Kotick would be working to regain trust of employees throughout the company. According to partial transcripts from two of the meetings shared with Bloomberg, Activision president Bobby K told people in his group that he wouldn't be resigning. Blizzard's top executive Mike Ybarra, who is the one being paid more than the female counterpart, told staff in what appeared to be pre-recorded remarks that he understood their frustrations and apologized for not being more active as a leader. Got it. So, you know, well, all this shit is going down like hours later, and then a full day later, Activision, Bobby Kotick was like, nah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying. I don't really fucking care. We're changing the company. It doesn't matter. We're staying. So, since then, a lot of other shit has been starting to blow up. So yesterday, or actually I think it was early today, Bloomberg reported that PlayStation CEO sent a note to Activision Blizzard asking about how they plan to address all of this. And PlayStation had this huge banner on the homepage of their PlayStation store all about Call of Duty Vanguard, this whole Call of Duty thing. Since then, today, they removed all of that. Whoa. There are no traces of Call of Duty anywhere on the Activision homepage. Of course, you can still buy the game and everything, but all of their homepage shit for Vanguard, which is a Call of Duty title that was released less than 2 weeks ago, gone. All of it.
Wow.
All of it's gone from the homepage. So that happened earlier this morning. And then today, the Xbox CEO sent out a company-wide internal email about Blizzard and outreach about working with their relations, about their working relations with the company, basically saying they're not sure how they want to move forward with Activision Blizzard. I mean, what can they do? They're not going to cut the game from their store because they themselves would lose money, you know?
Oh,
but I think
yeah.
This is putting like the PlayStation CEO and Xbox CEO putting pressure on Bobby Kotick is worth more than 10,000 signatures from Activision employees themselves calling for the resignation of Bobby Kotick. This is something that could actually hurt their sales if Xbox and PlayStation were to remove the game. I'm sure they couldn't legally, it doesn't matter, but that would hurt way more than, you know, all of these employees staging a walkout and shit. This is something that you can actually possibly see change coming from.
Yeah, true.
So, all in all, I'll give my final thoughts and you can tell me what you think, but I don't think Bobby will be around much longer at this point. I think this has gone too far. With all of this shit that's gone down in the last day, I think there's too much flack. I think he will be essentially forced to resign at some point here soon. I just don't understand. Like you said, this guy's 58 years old. How many hundreds of millions of dollars does he have liquid? How many houses does he have? How many helicopters does he have? What need does this old fucking creep have, allegedly, to be running this company still? Give it up. Go sit at one of your houses. What do you fucking care? Like, what are you trying to do? You have all the money in the world. You have everything in the world. What are you still doing even? Like, what is with like these old CEO, these corporate executives that they just can't let go ever? Like, what is this fucking power trip they're on? All of these guys are mentally unstable. I mean, it's really just that simple. But I do think actually this is probably the end of him. I don't think we'll be seeing him here for much longer. I think he'll be forced out of the company.
Yeah. It's sort of looking that way. So, first of all, Bobby working to regain the trust of employees is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Bobby Kotick does not, will not, and cannot ever give a fuck what his employees think of him. Doesn't matter at all. He does not care in the slightest. So long as he keeps getting that check, he doesn't give a fuck. So number one, let's start there. And when they say, oh, when Bobby Kotick writes a company memo, right? Signed Bobby Kotick. He's never said nor even read what that memo says. That's his secretary, whom he is probably, this is a joke, allegedly, sexually harassing. So who wrote that letter? So number one, he doesn't give a fuck about regaining trust. He doesn't care if they trust him. It doesn't matter to him. PlayStation and Xbox CEOs pressuring Blizzard, they don't care either at all. They don't give a fuck. If there were rape dens at Activision and no one knew about it except PlayStation and Xbox, PlayStation and Xbox wouldn't care either. None of these corporations give a fuck about anything except the bottom line. And that's fine. That's the job of a corporation. But do not be mistaken and hear this and think, oh, well, PlayStation and Xbox, they really care about people. No, they don't. You're dumb. They know that this is going to come out, and they know that you're going to think that and buy their products.
Yep.
This is a cash grab.
Buy a PC, but yeah.
Buy a PC. This is a PR stunt and a cash grab. They don't care either. PlayStation CEO, Xbox CEO, Activision CEO, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, none of them give a shit about you or the employees at Activision Blizzard. Let's be super clear. Everything they do can be viewed through the lens of they're trying to make the most money. Did they make the right decision or not? That's all it is. So they don't give a fuck either. Also, will a PlayStation or Xbox pressure being put on Activision change much? I don't know. I'm of the opinion that either Bobby Kotick will be ousted from the company inside of 2 weeks or he won't go away at all. Because
if it's not within 2 weeks, it'll be never. Probably.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Exactly. Because there's a lot of pressure right now, and the news cycle will move on, and everyone's going to forget about this. So either the pressure is too much inside 2 weeks and he's out, or the people forget, and then we're talking about how Walt Disney's great-grandson's raping kids or something, or whatever other crazy rich billionaire, or Bill Gates is trying to blow farts into the atmosphere to blot out the sun to stop global warming or something.
Got it.
And then like everyone's going to forget about it and Bobby Kotick will be just fine. So either he's going to be out real soon or he won't be out at all. I don't know which, to be honest with you. They're trying pretty hard to protect him right now. I don't know how loyal the board of directors is to this particular guy, though. And I also don't know how good Bobby Kotick is at his job. Because Bobby Kotick's job is to make Activision a lot of money. And Activision's been making a lot of money. Now, is that the result of Bobby Kotick's efforts?
Of course not.
Probably not. But what does the board of directors think is really the only important question. If they think Bobby Kotick is indispensable and the reason for their explosion in revenue, then he's not going anywhere. But if they think this PR pressure is too much and that they would make more money getting rid of Bobby Kotick, then see ya. Bobby Kotick is gone.
Stock was down again today, so
yeah,
down like $4 at one point.
That's kind of a lot. What's the share price though?
Let me see.
Let's take a little peek.
It's at $62 right now. So it ended up being a lot, then. It ended up being down 2.38% today.
Okay.
So it ended up higher than its lowest point of the day, obviously, but
yep. But yeah, they're economists. They don't really, I don't know, but I would imagine they care way less about the day to day and more about like a trend for a fiscal quarter. Every 3 months, they probably care more about.
Yep.
But even over 6 months, the trend has been precipitously downward. 6 months ago, the share price was $94.26. Today, it is $62.67. So that might be like, and 6 months ago is about when all of this shit started popping off. So the board of directors, they know the share price. They know where it was before Bobby started shoving loofahs up interns' asses or whatever they're doing allegedly.
Got it. Yeah,
and they know what it is now. And if they think enough is enough, and this is too much scandal, it's affecting our revenue too much, then he's gone. But we'll see.
Someone just asked in chat what the 52-week high is. The 52-week high was $104, and the low is $60.90. So they're not even $2 away from the lowest in 52 weeks.
Yeah.
So they're fucking down there right now for sure. So maybe this is the end of him. But yeah, if it's not within 2 weeks, honestly, it would probably have to be even sooner than that. It's probably if he's not gone by next Wednesday, then he's probably not going for a while. Because if all of this comes out again after months and months of shit coming out and he still isn't gone, then yeah, if it's not within 7 days, he's not leaving.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Or until more shit comes out. That's another real possibility, is because, look, in general, where there's smoke, there is fire. And if this was a one-off accusation that one person made about one incident 10 years ago, I would say, maybe there's some truth to this. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. But the types of people who tend to sexually harass their employees, they don't do it once or twice. They do it all the time. And guess what? We've been hearing a lot of accusations.
Yeah. And more people will start to come out too, because that's usually how it happens.
Exactly. Because if you are someone who sexually harasses employees, again, you're the type of person who does it routinely, and that means there are more accusations in the pipeline ready to come to the surface. That's what I expect to happen. That's how it's gone with every fucking big sexual harasser creeper. Harvey Weinstein, it was like 1, 2, 3 girls, and then the floodgates, just women, whatever, open. Bill Cosby, same shit. It's like story here, story there, critical mass, and then it's like, oh, he's been doing this his whole life. Because of course they have. All of these people. You don't just sexually harass one of your employees once. You either don't do it at all, or you do it 4 times a year minimum. It's just, it's a personality type. It's like you either do it a lot or you don't do it at all. There's no person who sexually harassed someone once in 20 years. I just don't believe that person exists.
Yeah, like they have their like once every 2 year quota they have to meet where they sexually harass some female employee that that works under them, and they're like, okay, let's come back to this in a couple of years. I'll do it to my next assistant, right? No, if they're either always doing it or they never do, 100%.
Yeah. So, and it looks like, based on what I'm seeing, allegedly, Bobby's not a great guy. And by the way, the fact that you're in contact of Jeffrey Epstein of Rape Island, of Little St. James, hey, that's not a great look, dude. He had a lot of weirdo friends. And that's, not a great look. Allegedly. I didn't see the little black book, but I heard he's in it. Yeah. And just saying, it's a lot of smoke to say that there is no fire here. That's all. But we'll see. We'll see. My guess, actually, after more thought, more accusations are going to start to pour in, and it will reach critical mass. And as soon as this shit... Because here's another thing. Video game companies, mainstream news, media doesn't really give a shit about it. But if it gets bad enough and like one story hits fucking CNN or Fox News or something, see ya. Then Bobby Kotick's fired that hour. He's out. He's out. I don't know if mainstream media has really picked up on it. I guess Wall Street Journal is mainstream. I don't know. But
this isn't something I don't think that Fox News or CNN's going to cover, really. They wouldn't cover this unless he's like caught on really video bad. Raping an employee or something. They're not going to cover it. But he was definitely in the black book. Again, I just looked it up. You can see the image. It's everywhere online. It's a news article. He was in Epstein's black book. So does that mean he did anything? No, but he's in the book. Yeah. He's in Epstein's contact book, whatever that tells you. So
we should hire...
More people need to start bringing that up. I would like to see these articles, people say shit like that, but maybe they don't want to be sued or something. I don't know.
We should hire an investigative infiltrator, a deep cover operative, some hot 19-year-old girl to go intern at Activision and wear a wire. And we definitely won't sexually harass her, but we'll get her. I would never do that, but we'll get her to, obviously, but we'll get her to get the dirt, get the scoop, get the exclusive, and then we can bring down Activision ourselves. And then give me a dev studio. Hey, I'll blackmail Bobby Kotick. I'll send him the documents from the wire that we have our hot 19-year-old deep cover operative wearing.
Well, you're already harassing her. You're calling her hot.
Well,
and you're calling, so
this person doesn't exist, and I would never sexually harass anyone ever, obviously. Of course. Definitely not. But then I would take this recording that she gathered, I'd email it to Bobby, and I'd say, hey, look, I have no morals whatsoever, so here's what we're going to do. This is blackmail. Give me a dev studio, fire Ashton Williams, and give me a dev studio.
Oh, I'd personally fire her, yeah.
And give me her address so I can drive to her house and tell her she's fired. And then also give me a dev studio, or we go public. Your call, Bobby. And then you guys would know none of this. You guys would learn nothing, but if we ever have a dev studio, that's what happened. There you go. So, got it.
Yeah, we would have our own little dev studio. I think more than just fire Ash, and I think what we should do is hire a male counterpart and pay him $1 more a year. And and then make sure she's aware of that. And then when she asks for a raise, don't give her a raise, of course. And then once she resigns, then we'll offer her that extra $1 and say, well, what do you mean?
We could do that.
You the same.
That would be tantamount to being fired, according to many people on Twitter. So, anyways. And for those of you who are dumb enough to ask, oh, why don't you have a creator code in the bundle store? Hey, this is why. Okay. We never will. So just keep that in mind. And that's why we need your support on Patreon. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Best way to support the show. Obviously, we are not going to get Activision support. We're not going to be COD partners ever. But
isn't that funny? None of those COD partners bring this up or talk about it.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
But when other mainstream shit happens in the world, they're always tweeting out the hashtags and like retweeting this for Black Lives Matter. But when they're a COD partner involved with Activision Blizzard and the CEO doing all this shit allegedly, they don't say a fucking word.
Right. Yeah.
It's social media. No one really fucking cares.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Exactly. It's just like that hypocrisy happens so often. All these streamers, that's a good point actually. They have all these tweets about all these injustices and then Call of Duty, just not a fucking beep. So
nope.
Super interesting. But we won't do that to you guys. We wouldn't have the opportunity to anyway. We definitely would if we did, but we don't. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Support us and all of our integrity and our real talk, dude.
Buy our paywall.
Get behind our paywall. Get deep. Infiltrate our paywall like a Trojan horse. Patreon.com/thedropshot. We do bonus episodes there. It's a very good time. Vanguard just came out. We have a lot of those eps coming and some already out. And then we're going to have a lot more when the Warzone integration happens. It is the best way to support the show. That's where we offer all of our bonus items, and we get the best bang for your buck. We also have a merch store, thedropshot.com. You can find the store items there. We've got t-shirts, whiskey glasses, coffee mugs, all of the utmost quality. Support the program that way. It would be very much appreciated. You can also find us on Twitch. You can find us on YouTube. All of it. You can figure it the fuck out. So take a look. thedropshot.com. Find us there. That is it, boys and girls. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for watching. Have an excellent evening, of course. And as always, remember, stay humble.
Stay humble.